For the Arlington County Outdoor Track Championship, the weather was sunny, but on the chilly side. As coaches from the 4 schools were well aware, the student athletes from the 4 high schools had to be dedicated to trying to perform in sometimes difficult conditions.
You have to be pretty self-motivated, so I think they can see if they put effort into it, they can really get a lot of effort out of it. So.
And the student athletes themselves realized they had to try to deal with the wind and the chill and keep warm and ready for their events.
Oh, the wind, yes, especially in long jump, because if you have a headwind, that can set you back. If it's a tailwind in more competitive meets, that can make it scratch.
To have kids that's actually going to the board and they looking at the school records and they actually aiming for school records, like we have Cameron Moore who's running in the 200. He's long jumping. And also on our boys 4x1 team, he's actually trying to go after Eric Metcalf's 1985 record for the 200. So it's records that's been up on the wall for a long time. I got kids that's actually starting to aim that they want to start beating these records. So I'm excited for them, just for them trying.
Well, in high jump, it's right now to clear 5 feet. It's possible. It definitely is because I do it in practice. But I just want to get a very good PR, maybe 5.2.
Coaches and parents from all 4 high schools are well aware that the student athletes are pushing themselves hard in pursuit of excellence.
It's really good. For instance, she's really talented, and it will be nice to see that come to fruition. And I like the fact that she's motivated to do this on her own without me dragging her to do it. Matter of fact, she pulls me up in the morning to get out to have her to help her work out. So yeah, but it's good to see that she's motivated to do it.
This event's the long jump. Basically, it used to be called the broad jump, but you're running as fast as you can and you jump from a board to get the greatest distance or the furthest distance you can.
Although we couldn't get our cameras set up in time for Kayla Seals in the long jump, and she ended up being the winner, we were able to capture on film some other very impressive and gritty performances. All of the other boys in the long jump had put up good numbers on the scoreboard, but the event ended up being won by Cam Moore. His impressive leap was just short of 20 feet. It's possible that the student athletes were not finding the conditions to be ideal, whether it was the wind or the chilly air. But none of the jumpers were able to match what they'd been able to do other times during the season. No one set any personal bests that day. Bridget Hart from Yorktown cleared the bar on the first rounds, but dropped out first when she couldn't keep up with the field. Becky Nardacci from Bishop O'Connell and Tyler Emordi from Washington-Lee, along with Kayla Seals from Washington-Lee, were able to get over the bar in higher increments, even if it took them a few tries at each level. By being the only jumper to clear the bar at 4 foot 10 inches, Kayla Seals had locked up first place in the girls' high jump. But the question remained, would she be able to clear 5 feet? Only Reid Stevenson from Bishop O'Connell and Billy Schwanke from Yorktown were able to progress as the high jump bar was raised in 2-inch increments.
The more people we get on those hurdles, the faster.
Billy Schwanke cleared the bar at 5'8", but then on his next jump, Reid Stevenson matched him, and the duel continued. Stevenson had already cleared the bar at 5'10", and now Schwanke was down to his last try to match him and keep pace. So even if neither Billy Schwanke from Yorktown nor Reid Stevenson from Bishop O'Connell ended up jumping as high as they would have liked that day, both had put up a great effort and had an impressive number up on the scoreboard, and the event ended in a tie for first place.
Well, triple jump is a more exaggerated form of long jump where you take 3 steps instead of just the one. So you do the normal sprint, but you usually start maybe 24 feet back from the pit, and it's kind of like a hop, skip, and a jump into the pit.
So what are your goals for this? What do you hope to?
I hope to break 30 feet. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the boys' triple jump, Johnathon Olaya from Bishop O'Connell was the only competitor, but he made good use of his several jumps in the competition, pushing himself and extending himself to a solid mark on the scoreboard.
Watch out, guys, the camera. We're talking about the camera. So we're doing jumping. Start the jumping first, right? So you want to...
Alison Gaylord was pushing to end up with a 30-foot triple jump that day. On her second effort, it looked awfully close to that magic 30-foot mark.
29:11 and a half.
Would this third effort get past the 30-foot mark?
Hey, what was the time?
Becky Nardacci from Bishop O'Connell also exceeded 30 feet on her jump, but she was just behind Gaylord after a few jumps by each student athlete. Both Becky Nardacci and Alison Gaylord would now try to push their marks higher. But for Alison Gaylord, third time was the charm. That remained her best jump of the day. At this point, there were two very impressive scores up on the board, but Ashley Jean from Bishop O'Connell had yet to jump. And with a solid and sure-footed triple jump, Ashley Jean from Bishop O'Connell took first place.